My feedback is that I think this and then the best sports card product should actually have more options.
Yeah, the product one stunk. The sports product one was terrible. The options there were very bad. This one I thought was very good. The sports one was terrible. All right, 2.5 man show today. Me and Joseph. Morgan will join later. Jesse is gone today. I hate to do this. I will take just a quick second. A friend of ours from we've known from church for years and years literally had a heart attack and died this morning. And Jesse was super
Oh,
close to the guy. I'm kind of close with him, but not. I mean, great guy. I liked him, but Jesse has known him his whole life. So, um, yeah, kind of a weird morning. So that's why Jesse is not here. There's no friction or anything stupid like that, like real life actual crap. So I say that because I was worried you were going to start with a joke, and I was going to have to be like, actually, his friend died, and then have an awkward moment of you looking terrible. So you're welcome. I just saved your life.
well,
But yeah,
I'm glad that you decided to save that for the start of the show too, and not let me know ahead of time. That's class act. Hey, I wanted to let you know I was
we do
talking
it
to
here.
Jay.
We do it here, Joe.
Well, I was talking to Jay this morning. Um,
My boy,
and
Jason.
no, James, my boy,
Oh,
James.
your J, not Professor Sports
Yeah.
Cards. My J. Okay, gotcha.
No,
Please.
no, actually,
Nope.
I was talking to James, my guy, James.
James Moreau.
Yeah,
Yep. Not his
yeah,
brother
James Rowe.
John. Jeff. What's the brother's name?
Jason,
Jason. That's right. Yeah.
Jason.
Okay.
Yeah, just had a baby too. Just had a baby. Wow. Uh, he had a question though. He was like, dude, if you're gonna be on, I need you to ask Mike this. And Mike's probably gonna rip me apart for it, but ask him
I would
anyways.
never. He's like the kindest person. I can't make fun of him. So
Well, he
unless it's
asked.
stupid.
Well, it might be. So
Oh.
he asked when people have PCs, right?
Uh.
And you keep collecting, but like you're kind of antsy, and it's not you're not in it for like ultimately the long haul.
Sure.
But like, how do you sell off a huge PC? Like he PCs Corbin Carroll. He's got over 170 like rookie autos, everything. He's like, when it's time to get rid of it, how do you get rid of something like that?
You straight auction it. That's not to be funny. You send it right to DC Sports. I've done. By the way, I've purged my PC of all but a few cards multiple times over my 20 years in this thing. Yeah, like when if you know it's not long term forever, it's like all right then. Like and even now, I have some stuff that I say is it's in my PC. I actually separate my collection by boxes now. I have 3 or 4 Zion cases at all times, and it's hey, this is for example. There's my no touch PC. Period. Like I don't care what is offered. Nothing. In that box, there's 3 columns. 2 of them are just totally. They don't come to a show with me. The right column in there though is stuff I would trade up. I would move it for other PC items, but nothing else. The Brady's, the Birds, the Bill Russells. I have my other box of stuff that is just so horrifically underwater. It doesn't even travel. It's just here in a couple white cardboard 2 row boxes, like not PC at all. Just sits at the house. And then I've got kind of like my PC for the moment type stuff. Drake May right now is my PC of the moment. I like him. I think it's pretty cool. If he wins a Super Bowl this year or gets on that path and his pricing doubles or triples between now and then, it's gone. But when I'm done with
But
it, I'm
Mike,
done with it.
like, I know you say to send it off to DC, but like, do and I don't know. So for those who are listening that don't know, like myself, they don't just send all that stuff to auction. Like they piece that out, right? Like so you're not so those items aren't going up against each other. Like if it's all one player, like
I mean, you could if it's a big enough piece, you could work with them a little bit. But in general, no. When I'm ready to go, I just send them a package, and then a couple days later, if I want it again, I'll stagger it myself. I'll send 2 packages a week. Yep.
really,
hmm But I've also never had an issue with it. I mean, personally, but I've never moved like huge bulk of the same person either. But yeah, and I'll tell you right now, this actually leads. I do want to give an update to the audience on the whole Shilling thing. It's weird. Me and Joe obviously do cut the nonsense together. I like that it's me and Jesse the day after because it's weird regurgitating some of the same stuff. So we're gonna just do a very quick recap. But another big piece I had done, I pulled 3 or 4 players on Card Ladder and just did a comparison. I'll show you the charts. I'll share my screen. Um, we are. It's funny enough too. I've actually been talking to Hannah about this recently. We're doing the whole. We just re-upped life insurance. We're doing the whole will and all that stuff too. And I
Hannah,
was like,
huge collector, right? Huge
Yeah, Hannah,
collector.
my wife, huge collector of my
Yep.
money. That's correct. She holds it
Mhm.
all.
Mhm. Absolutely.
But I did tell her recently because she was like, where's the money? What's the breakdown of cat? Like, what's what? And you got to write all this stuff out, all the assets. Long list. Wow, it was impressive. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. But like part of it, I was like, by the way, like, there's my forever box. Which if I die tomorrow, give that to my brother Russ. Like, dude, take. I don't know, this 50, 60 cards. Take a ton of them. Give the kid a couple if he's into cards. But I was like, I'm also getting to this point where I'm looking at some of the prices on this crap, and I'm like, if we get much higher, it's not going to be COVID. But if stuff keeps going like it's going, to your point, that's actually perfect. I'm going to sell so much stuff that I never thought I would sell because I'm not sure if it's going to go up again. And it's like, I'd rather just have the cash and then go out and just buy again when stuff drops because inevitably it will dip. And like, I don't understand government shutdown, politics, any of that. I know the local economy here, talking to business people here, when they said, hey, things are going to open back up, which I don't really know where that stands. People were starting to loosen the wallet again. Potential of getting like some money. I just think we've been on this path for a while. I start to get to the where it's like, man, this is a real decision on cards for me because it's a significant amount of money. I've had them for 20 years. I've already survived the one COVID massive spike, and I got into a lot of the stuff for nothing. If the values of today now double and triple, now it's like, oh, that's significant money. Like, what do you do? I'm always going to keep some cards, but man, everything except the stuff I can't replace probably goes in the next 6 months to a year if we stay like this.
Now, Mike, we all know that you're incredibly wealthy.
Thank
When
you.
you are paying to put, and I mean, you don't use unleaded, you only use premium. So what is premium going for right now in
I don't pump
Nashville?
my own gas, so that's weird. Just kidding. That's a good question. It's like normal gas, 250.
Wow, dude, 365
Nashville's
I just paid this
crazy.
morning.
I'm talking for minimum, whatever, 87. Nashville's
Yeah,
crazy
me
cheap.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like,
Oh,
I love the PC. I love cars, but when it gets to like life changing type money, it's like, well, I like having these boxes of cards. You put like a huge amount together, then it's like, oh, it starts to get to that point where I don't know. Like, I don't expect the podcast is going to last forever. All these different avenues
yeah.
I make. Breaking is not going to last forever. Like, there's a lot of things that could potentially dry up for me business wise, and it's like if
Don't
that
say that.
happens, do I want to be sitting here like, oh yeah, I have a 7-figure collection here though. Cool. You don't work anymore. Like you're looking for work and you're sitting on a collection. That's stupid. Sell your cards. You start to get to that point.
Mike, speaking of that, this week, and it's kind of trickled out last week. I don't know if you see it right behind me. I'll take Jesse's role today.
You could never.
Pokemon big release.
Oh really?
Phantasma Flames.
Oh sure.
Phantasmal
FF.
Flames,
Is it
dude.
P?
Big.
PH?
P.
Okay.
Like phone. But dude, another big thing that they're all talking about. I know they print a ton of this stuff,
Sure.
but the cards in there are killer. Number one. Number two, this is one of those products that they really talk about holding for the long haul. Like if you're able to get into it
I
pretty
like the
cheap
wax play long term. We talked about this. When did you call me? 2-3 days ago?
every day, every
Well,
day.
I ignore most of those. I mean, when I actually took the phone call and you were talking about wax,
Correct.
though, I am also of that mindset. I still like the wax play of like long term wax of just throw it. Like if you can get 2024 baseball and just sit on it forever, like it's a super. I think that's going to go down as a crazy iconic class. 2024 football. I think that quarterback class is iconic. If you can get stuff and wait it out, great. Like that has been. I mean, you think about it. Like wax has been the real estate of the hobby almost. Like when is the last time like really like good wax took a real dive?
You can't say. You honestly,
Yeah.
you can't say like good. If you're saying a good rookie class, a solid sport, we're not talking like hockey, the cup, like holding that kind of stuff, because
Sure.
I know that can be hit or miss, but like to your point, there hasn't been, and there's always that allure of what's in the box, right?
Yeah, but dude,
I mean,
2016 Bowman Chrome is the best example. We used to rip that stuff at $600 a case. Now it's what is it, $1,500, $2,000 a box because it's Vlad, Tatis, and Soto. Not every product obviously is anywhere near that, but like you have a really crazy standout prospect in a Bowman product, it's gonna go nuts years down the road.
Mike, we had Topps Fire hanger packs Otani's rookie year.
Was it 2018 Fire, which was dirt cheap, I'm sure at the time, right?
$75 a hanger pack. Couldn't keep them
Yeah.
in. And people just want it with the allure of what could be inside. Even though you sit there and you plead with people, don't open it.
Right.
Don't open it. Please don't open
You
it.
know you're gonna get smoked.
And this stuff is the same thing, Mike. Like
The
you
Pokemon.
plead, do not open it. Yeah, I think it's like 2017, 2018 XY Evolutions. You're buying those boxes for like $120, maybe even less, $90. Now they're like $2,000 to $2,500.
What makes it? Is there a specific card? Like, I don't know anything about the flying lizards and that crap. Like, why is it different? Because to a layman like me, it's like, oh, but every year it's the same characters. Obviously, there's something specific about that set, right?
Well, here's the big Charizard guy, right? And it's the artwork. It's just coming down to the artwork, and that you can chase the bigger Charizard cards. The other thing that's huge is, and we carry it, is they have the Japanese of this. The Japanese edition comes out prior to the American, and
Okay.
you know that card right there. It's a promo card. Everyone wants these promo cards that you can only get sealed in these boxes, and then they grade the promo cards. So like this one says Inferno in Japanese across it. If you have the Japanese card, it says Inferno in English across it. Like it's cool cards. I mean, the artwork is constantly
And what are
evolving.
those going for right now? Like the brand new one. Is that the one that just came out, or that's the one that's from 17?
No, this is the one that comes out like for everyone tomorrow.
What's it called? Let me ask you this again. Break this down for an idiot. Let me work my interview skills. Jesse's not here. I'll ask some long, drawn out questions. What does that cost? Rough cost to the card shop. You want to share that or no?
Well, I can. Yeah. I mean, so we are not. So Pokemon's a little different. If you don't host battles, you don't get pre-release. So
Okay.
pre-release, that, I mean, like GameStop's, a lot of gaming stores, they get that. This has to come through a distributor. So like these are anywhere from like $100 to like $120. This is a booster box. It has 36 packs in it.
That's $100.
Booster box. So that's cost. These sell for about $300.
Right now, you're selling it for $300.
They will be, yeah. So
Best guess
less,
in 3 years. What do you think that does realistically? Like, you think that could also be $1,000, $2,000?
I think a six. These come in 6-box cases. I think a 6-box sealed case in 5 years will be $10,000.
Do you have more? Can I buy some? Can I buy a case? Me and
No,
you? At your house.
We got one case.
Only
one
6
case.
boxes.
Yes. Then these are called ETBs, Elite Trainer Boxes.
Oh, yeah,
This comes
ETB.
with packs, but Mike, these come with the actual tools to play the game. That's why people buy these. They come in 10-box cases. We didn't even get a complete case, so they just come loose.
But people are still.
These are about,
So that's always the challenge, right? Like, you want to rip that, and people are going to rip that immediately, even though you know, like, but long term it could be.
oh yeah.
Interesting.
And what makes product like this kind of cool though, Mike, is it goes back to
Well,
you have something like
nothing makes it cool. Like, you're playing
Okay.
with lizards and Pikachus, you perverts. But okay, but please
Correct.
continue.
Correct.
Yeah.
but
Thank you.
what is nice, you're welcome. What is nice is you can crack a $300 box and you have no problem getting rid of the packs. And in fact, you can actually sell it for more as individual packs. They'll sell on release day at $10 a pack.
And
So
it's
you'll get
36 packs?
360. Oh yeah.
Dang.
And it's just easier because people just want the luck and they like the artwork on the actual wrappers. But here's the other thing. This is the Ultra Premium Collection. So this comes with the release that came out.
Ultra Premium. Yep. UPC. Excuse me.
That's all right. Alphabetic.
Yep.
So this has Mega Evolutions, and then it also has Phantasmal Flames, both in this. This is the kind of stuff that they release at like Costco's and Sam's Club
I'm a
at
member.
like $89. But these will go for like $300 too.
When will those be on sale? Tomorrow? At Costco?
No, it's like their Black Friday drop, like their holiday drop. That's
This Friday?
not. I don't know if it's this Friday. You have to check your local Costco.
Why don't you check my local Costco and tell me? And I'll cut
Get
you
a
a little
Costco
profit.
connection, Mike. I'm telling you, this kind of stuff, it's insane because, like, when I'm telling you about the promo cards, you can't get it in the $300 box. There's no promo. You have to get it in that Ultra Premium Collection. So then that's where like the cost of singles goes through the roof.
I want to see people fighting at my local, by Hendersonville Costco. I want to see people
Yeah.
just trucking each other to get this stupid stuff. I'm going to be right there.
Well, they deserve it. They deserve
Yeah.
it. They deserve everything that
I
they
pay
can
for
get.
my. Here's the nice thing: if it does come out on a set day and not a set time, we have the whatever the more expensive membership is. We get in an hour
Rich person.
early. Slip
Yeah,
somebody a couple
Sam's
bucks.
Club's been doing that for a while, Mike. So it's not a big flex anymore. Sam's Club has had that, but I will tell you, again, this is where you have to have that connection because these companies and these stores do allow their employees to purchase these items. Now they limit the amount per membership, and they're pretty strict on that. But
I'm okay with that. You're in there.
I am too.
Yeah, I'd have no problem. But I'm gonna go buy a box of Pokemon. There you go. It's one of those small. Well, they're too big. It's the only thing I hate. I hate that they're that.
You got to
big.
be held accountable for it. I want to see it. Are you going to rip it or are you going to seal it? Keep it sealed.
No, I'm gonna put it in my big safe of wax. I'm gonna add one or two of those in there. There you go.
How about get one to rip and one sealed?
I don't want to rip that. I'd rather have my hands amputated by a drunk surgeon.
I got to ask you another question too.
Then they were going to the shill thing. I don't want to hear any more of your crap non-sport. You're trying to be Jesse, cool guy over here. He's mourning. You're acting like an idiot. Sorry.
It is morning. You're correct. But what I want to say is, and I wrote a note here too, more and more card shows are becoming hybrid between non-sport and sport.
Oh,
and it's
the Nashville thing is, dude, Nashville's a total takeover, except for the massive one. And then we have PokeCon here. It's ridiculous.
Dude,
Absolutely
it's getting
ridiculous.
crazy.
Yep.
So, who, in your opinion, you've been in the hobby, you've been to all different card shows, who does card shows well, and what makes a show good for you?
I mean, the Nashville show is unbelievable. The big sports card show. Ton of dealers, ton of variety. There's nothing corporate. He just doesn't do corporate stuff here.
Oh.
I will tell you this, though. Like the smaller Nashville show, and there's even a Hendersonville show under the same group now. They're 100 to 200 tables a piece. I think it's every month. You can tell walking down the aisle whether it's sports cards or Pokemon because the Pokemon guys have the most unbelievably creative setups. Like super clean showcases. There's like custom stands, displays, flashing lights, whatever. And there's also nothing corporate. I've yet to see a corporate Pokemon thing in any of this stuff, which I think is awesome. It's all just cards.
And it catches your eye, right?
And 10x, yeah, way more appealing visually, and 10x the interaction. And now some of the interactions too, like we set up next to one of the few people who was doing Pokemon at the last huge Nashville show. Sometimes it was literally a $5 trade for a $5 trade. But I will tell you, the little bit I've interacted with that community of weirdos, they have way more of a community. Like if a kid comes up to a table at most shops, he's like, I have a $5 card. I'm trying to trade it for this. It's like, I don't know, kid, like dig through those people. It was like, oh, I have all these options. It is definitely skewed towards interacting and like making deals, which I think is great. And a way younger audience, by the way. Way young. Like the average age of those people, the Pokemon people, 24. The average age of the card guy at a big show, I think is my age, 40, probably.
Okay. Well, I'll also say the thing that's kind of unique with the Pokemon group and their community, and I know in sports cards you see it too, but like when they catch someone stealing, I don't know if you've seen the videos on on your algorithm of like the people that'll go through the binders and like put their hand underneath and kind of walk away. They blast these people from the shows, and they do such a great job with kind of eliminating like
Robin Hood justice. They cut off a hand, Morgan Freeman style.
Well, I haven't seen that. It could happen. I haven't seen it, but they do a great job with.
Yeah, they killed.
They dox them.
Well, that's good. By the way,
really well.
I read today, I think one of the card vaults got hit with I believe card vault somewhere got hit. I was reading this morning. Rebecca, did you happen to see this? Oh, here we go. Man sought, so they're looking for a guy who stole $9,000 from Tom Brady's Soho card store, which I think is one of the newer ones. I'm curious at how he stole that stuff's usually locked up in there. It's weird. I didn't see the details, but
I did see the details. It sounds crazy. He basically gave them a fake credit card, like pretending like he was about to go buy all this $9,000 worth of stuff. And this store has been open for like 7 days. And so he gave them a fake credit card. And then like when he went to pay, he somehow like tricked them into not realizing that the card was declined and then just like walked out with them thinking that he paid when he didn't actually pay.
This is an inside job. I just heard the details. Inside job. I'm telling you right now. Get Chris Costa on the phone. I want to start interrogating employees.
Also,
Wow.
our
That
guest
stinks.
here.
Also, Morgan is okay. Give it just 1 minute. Quick recap. We got 5 minutes before we got to let Morgan in. We're going to talk about the Mantle Hobby Awards that they're doing over there at Mantle and just Mantle. I think actually. I don't know why I'm saying.
Yeah.
We talked about the Shilling on the last episode. So there's been a couple updates. That PRyan guy has since kind of come out. First, just absolutely cashed out, as the kids would say now. Like GW was asking S, literally just using
It's
initials.
crashed out, Mike. Crashed out.
It's not cashed out?
No, it's crash. Like you're crashing out. Yeah.
I think you were like cashing out, like I'm done with. Really? Crashing out? Okay. Well, he cashed out and crashed out. First, it was, hey, we're going to, again, just very vague stories on Instagram. And one of them was like, hey, GW did all this stuff, which everybody literally just jumped to Jeff Wilson. And then he went after Jeff Wilson's guy, Teapot, which I said this last night. I'll say it again today. Teapot went on with Sports Card Radio. Sports Card Radio hammered them all for this, by the way. PRyan, Dr. Beckett, good for them. They should have. But they let Teapot on. He shared his bid history. He was like the most transparent guy. Good for him.
Yep.
Like, I think his name is Tyler, correct? Do you know?
Teapot.
Teapot, Tyler,
So-
whatever his name is, was I thought came off as transparent as you possibly. I don't think he did anything wrong. And quite frankly, I have no more use for PRyan because then he was texting Ryan of Sports Card Radio. He shared the text. Like, I know a ton of other people doing this. I could really go nuclear and expose the world. So one, he doesn't do that, so you're still letting it happen. And two, you pick on, like, the guy he went after the most was Teapot. And I just think it's a weak move now to name Jeff Wilson in anything. Maybe proof comes out that evidence Jeff Wilson did this. But if not, it's like whenever anything happens, you just blame Jeff. And guys, he's so polarizing, people will jump on him. But I thought Teapot handled it awesome. Like, I thought he completely exonerated himself. I thought it was cool of SCR to let him on to do that. Again, Beckett did another podcast and like continued to shove his foot further and further in his mouth. I really question that doctorate at this point. Again, this is a massive problem. It's not going away, by the way. Nothing ever gets affected in this hobby by this type of stuff. And last thing I want to repeat from last night, because this is regurgitated. We talked about some of the other unbelievable, massive scandals that were going to shake the hobby and bring everything. So the repack was one I forgot too. Repacks on Whatnot are now regulated, and it's going to be a whole thing. Nothing has changed there.
Correct.
The autograph scandal of a couple months ago from Indy, where the guy killed himself because he had sold tens of millions of dollars worth of fake autos, and JSA knew. Everybody knew, and the whole autograph memorabilia market is coming down. It has changed not one bit. Name the hobby scandal that has ever happened, and there has never been. CT scanning was going to affect everything. No one's going to buy wax anymore. Everybody's.
Yep.
I mean, that was all. No, I'm not saying I think Shilling is wrong. I hope we get rid of it, find a way to do it. But the thought was like, hey, people are really going to pump the brakes on high end now. No one's going to buy into this stuff anymore. The high end's it's not going to change. It's just
And again, Mike, all
you say
allegedly,
my name way more than you need to. I don't hate it anymore though. At first, I was going to make fun of you, but you say Mike a lot, and it's good. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Diet Coke break. So I just want to say again, this is allegedly, right? Because again, it could have been accidental. May not have known it was his car that he was bidding on. Just to protect us, right? Allegedly, the shilling was occurring, but we also said last night too, Mike. It's nearly impossible to fix. People have fake accounts. People. They go into EQLs for shoes. They go in for different wax releases, and they go with bots and all this kind of stuff and different accounts. And everyone says, yeah, we have all these things in place to stop the bot. But come on, I mean, it happens, and it's something that has slowly kind of been a part of the hobby now, and it sucks. It really does.
It's way more
terrible.
widespread than I thought. Hey, we're gonna let Morgan on. I want to talk about the awards. When we come back from him, I've got Kobe, Griffey, and Brady. I pulled up a chart of 3 or 4 of their rookie cards. It's kind of wild. Like, I actually was. This is the stuff that I was looking at the other day that got me thinking. I had just sold a Brady PSA 10 Bowman rookie with DC Sports. Of course, I shilled that up to $20,000 myself, obviously. But like that sold for way higher than it should have. it's got me thinking, man, I may need to start moving some stuff off from the PC because the values have become so inflated. But anyways, let's let Morgan jump in and we can talk about an award we better win, or I'm going to scrub the episode. We're going to jump right into it. I'm all hopped up on caffeine, and I've been up since 4 a.m., so I'm pumped. Can you explain what is happening and what you're doing? Who are you and what are you doing? That's my question to you, Morgan.
Who am I?
No, we all know who you are. How dare you? Morgan Jon Fox, world-acclaimed director, please.
Yeah, at some point I want to hear more about your Gatlinburg trip, but we could save that for a different time.
Of course.
I'm a huge Gatlinburg fan. The kitsch, the weirdness of that whole
Absolutely.
area. And I grew up going there because I'm from Memphis, and it's a short jaunt away. And we just went there let's say last year, middle of the year, to meet my brother and his kids and their family. And it's still like the coolest, weirdest place to
I
me.
love it.
It's just Did y'all go to Dollywood or no?
Joe's heard this story. We were planning on it. So first of all, every time we go to Gatlinburg, it's terrible. Like the last trip we went there, I shouldn't say terrible. 2 times ago we went, and my wife found out she was pregnant, and it ruined her. Like she was just like mortified. The time after that, we actually had Theo. He was 6 or 8 months, first vacation. We had a windstorm, and it ripped the power line off of our house only. And they were just like, we're not going to fix it. It's too windy. We are not coming out. They did end up moving us to an unbelievable mansion, but they cut the trip a day short because they were like, this place is $2,000 a night. Like, you can't stay here 5 nights, but you can have 4 nights, whatever. This time, I drive out there, just about shattered the entire windshield and had no hot water for a day and a half. And he just didn't sleep. But it's not a day, almost a day. He had a tough time sleeping. It's like every time we go, it's just something else. But
All right, well, cross that off the list. I don't think
we're going back.
First. I would.
We're going back, and I tried to go to Dollywood. You know what Dollywood costs right now, Morgan? An adult admission to Dollywood right now.
I don't know. I mean, we went last year. I don't honestly remember.
Rich.
$50 or something? Was it a lot more?
$95 and $25 and $24 to park.
Oh yeah, that sounds. The parking sounds familiar. I remember that, but I live in Chicago, so that's cheap for parking.
Okay.
But 90. That sounds higher than it was when we went.
Dude, I heard,
almost significantly. I was thinking it was in the 60 range, but
I heard that and I was like, I don't even have to pay for Theo yet, and there's still like a little bit of the broke Boston kid in me. When I heard that price, I was like, I'm not spending $300. He has done nothing to earn this. I will not spend $300 on him. Because he's going to go to this place, and he's literally going to have more fun chasing a freaking squirrel and a pigeon.
That's true.
And he's not going to want to go on a ride. So, thanks for bringing it up, man. Now you got me all worked up. I'm yelling at
my bad. Well, that's perfect. That's Mike on fire. That's the Mike we all like. So,
exactly. Yeah. I did hit a cart. There's, where the donut fryer is, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right next to the donut fryer, there's now a card shop.
Okay, a new one.
Yeah, brand new. It was some 19-year-old kid running. It was pretty cool. So I tried to have a little conversation. Not much for socializing. So, but it was a pretty cool spot. It was actually interesting. I walked in there. Okay, Mantle is coming out with hobby awards. Are you involved with them, or are you just a judge? What's the deal? Jesse mentioned a little bit, but not a ton.
Yeah, no, I'm just a judge. Evan Parker, the CEO, reached out to me just right before the National, really. And basically asked if I would be willing to. He sort of like we had a Zoom call, and he sort of pitched the idea to me and asked if I would be a judge. And I really like the idea. And I mean, first off, I use Mantle. I don't know if you all use it, but I actually really like it.
I don't use it much. Can you kind of give an idea?
Yeah.
I have an account. I've been on there. It's like a forum setting. There's a couple different things. I don't use it a ton, but I've kind of goofed around. Yeah, maybe you could just kind of what it is.
It's like Reddit. I mean, Alexis Ohanian is one of the founder of Reddit, is one of the main backers, and it very much feels and is like the use case is like Reddit on the user end. And so you just like post photos of your cards and people like upvote them or whatever, and it ends up in the sort of feed. And it's literally just a place for you to share pictures of your cards. There's like a body, you can like, tell stories about them or whatever else. And that's, to me, the coolest part. It's like, how many people in our personal lives really care and want to see our cards? And so it's just a place specifically only for that. Cards and collectibles. Some people post other stuff. And it's slowly growing to the point where there's getting enough user base that like they started to have like groups on there. So like
Nice.
people with their own niche of collectibles and stuff have their own groups. But yeah, I mean, I post in there. Sometimes I'll do 7 days in a row. I'll post a new photo, and then sometimes I'll go a little bit in between. It's just one of those things. But I really like it. You know, that's like a digital mantelpiece, they call it. You know, it's basically like a place for you to showcase your items. And
That's
you know,
the
the
name.
geeks in us want to show off our stuff occasionally. You know,
Nice. Okay. Because Alexis is married to Serena Williams, right? Isn't that her husband?
that's right.
Okay. Yeah, I saw him posting card stuff, but I've never put the two together, so I didn't know. So what is his? Where does his money come? Is he a Reddit guy? Was that his thing?
Reddit, yeah.
Oh,
And
really?
it's from other places too, but yeah, Reddit.
Dang.
So he's like a young genius tech entrepreneur.
Must be nice.
And then he, you know, was smart enough to figure out how to get married to Serena Williams. So that's, you know, 2 for 2 there.
Yeah, not bad. Okay.
Yeah, and he's a huge collector. But yeah, I don't know. I think, you know, I was actually thinking about your last episode that you did with Shep and Jesse on the couch.
What a scene!
And how,
oh my god!
How you all talked about, like, you know, all these controversies, the Shilling, all that kind of stuff. But like, there's this whole contingent. You said something like 10x of the people in the hobby like have either are unaffected by those issues and or don't even hear about them. They aren't plugged in or whatever else.
What do you think that number is, by the way? For every 100,000 people that are at the National, like how many people don't know about any of this crap because don't listen to us, social, nothing? Like I do. I think there's 10 to 1 collectors who just collect and do shows and shops. Then there are other stuff.
I think that's accurate. I think if you like, you know, if you take the National as example and if you take certain age groups as examples, you'll start to see greater percentages. And that will change over time. But I think, you know, your 10x number, if it was 90-10, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, okay.
You know, but I don't know. That's a really hard, like, I thought about it. Like, so I directed The Hobby, you know, a quote unquote major documentary in this space.
Emmy nominated.
And Emmy nominated.
Thank you.
And I would not be shocked if I polled people at the National. Like, if 10% of the people at the National watched has seen that documentary, I would be shocked.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think it's probably more likely 5% or less have even seen it. You know what I mean? That at the National, like, so I think we forget that all the people that are plugged in. And I bring all that up to say, like, you know, in thinking about the Mantle Awards, because, you know, I think that what you all do here and the other people that are in the technology space, and, you know, content creation and all the platforms that exist are a part of this digital frontier that are shaping the future of this industry. Because as like older folks, you know, age out of the hobby or die or whatever it might be, those percentages, that 90-10 is going to start becoming closer to 50-50 and greater. And so you all are actually shaping this entire space for not only the current generations, but the future. And that's, I mean, that's gravely important to like an entire, you know, $1 billion industry. And so I do think it, like, people being awarded properly and given their roses, as they say, is something that is valuable. And I know it's been done in the past.
I have some misspelled Beckett Awards up here still. Sports card nonsense with Mike Gioseffi with 1F. I still have that. Podcast of the year and influencer of the year. Yeah, it's nice. It was in a slab.
Case, misspelled, and it's in a slab. And I don't know if you know, like this one, the Mantle Awards, they're actually Ghostwrite, Josh Luber's new company. Like they are making the awards.
Oh, really? That's the trophy?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I just use this term. It's crashed out, not cashed out when you lose your mind. If we don't win for hobby, what are we? Is it media? Or it's not podcast. I think it's media.
Media platform.
The other stiffs in that platform, if one of those guys win, I will crash out on the whole thing. I will personally attack Evan. I'm going to go after Alexis. Me and you will know. I will delete your number from my phone. It's going to be a scene, so that's fine. I don't think that's what Evan wanted you on here talking about, but I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going for blood. So that's all.
Look, I obviously I'm happy to tell you what I voted in any and all the categories, but yeah, I just think that like it's a prestigious. They're actually right. The reason he reached out to me right after I got the Emmy nomination for The Hobby and was like, I want this to be something that people are proud of.
Yeah.
We're going to have a nice, you know, at that time I didn't know about the Ghostwrite situation, but he's like, I want people to proudly display these awards in the background of their content. I want people to like it to be a stamp. And I think, you know, it's like in my world, awards are huge. You know, film like the Oscars, the Emmys, even on smaller scale, Sundance, other film festivals, and people put those like banners, the little laurels as we call them, on posters,
Sure.
on the boxes of the movies, on the digital streaming, whatever it is. It is a badge of honor, and I do think this is being done in a way that like could represent that. You know, that people could be proud enough. I think there's a way, maybe not right away, but at some point that like even there's a category of like product of the year or whatever. Like there's a world in which Topps would put like a banner like this was named product of the year like on their box. I don't know.
Sure.
I think that kind of thing is like important, and this is being done in a prestigious enough way with the judges that are involved, with the investors in Mantle and stuff, that I think it has potential to actually have meaning and not just be a thing that's misspelled or whatever. You should be proud of those awards. They're very important, but you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, I think there's a different amount of care being put into this.
Absolutely.
And it's like it's judges and audience. It's like 70% audience facing award voting and 30% judges.
That's what I was wondering, because when you said judge, I was like, this is just an open vote. I didn't know if you were the one who determined what was nominated in the first place. So you're actually voting, and your votes just have more weight than one individual. So 70-30 is the split.
Yeah, but the hobby is the one that has the advantage there, which I think makes sense.
Sure.
Like
I
judges
voted.
shouldn't be did you vote? That's good.
I did.
Oh,
I
I'll
did.
tell you right now,
Don't
that's your
tell
job
Mike.
for the next week. You better start
You did.
voting. I want to see multiple accounts created, Padre.
Well, if we win, Mike, we win.
You're part of the network. You're on the
Then
payroll.
Well, that and like one of those mini ghost rights. That'd be
Oh, we're
nice.
gonna ship it around. We're gonna have like 18 award, like replica awards made, and give them to all you stiffs that helped us. Yes, absolutely.
There we go. There we
Of
go.
course.
I don't know how that's going to work. That will be interesting because from what I read about that, it's like a numbered limited edition. So like it may only be one per category. I don't know.
I'm taking it
That
to the
would-
trophy shop, and I'm just gonna say I want a cheap knockoff of this thing made.
Just
Get the 3D printer, little paper,
Give me the Temu.
little paper mache for old Joey boy.
Temu.
Yeah, they'll do it for $20. You can get whatever you want, Timo. No problem.
Yeah.
Yep, good babysitters on there for Theo. We found some good options. A lot of stuff on there. So clothing.
Like I've been on Mantle, right? So I've been on it. I will say a little bit more positivity on people talking about their collections, and when they post things, it's not like
my Facebook group.
well,
A little more reasonable on there.
few guys.
Good. Okay.
No, maybe there's few, but like honestly, people want to show off their collections. To Morgan's point, like they do want to kind of get feedback, and you kind of like that when people do share the same interest, and they're like, oh gosh, what a hit! Like that's killer. It's nice to not always have the first comment like, oh, way to blow $1,500, or like,
That's my Mantle
There we
account,
go.
by the way. Literally, first thing, just to show, I was opening this to show you I have it, and the first thing is the golden toilet bowl. There's an article about Shilling. I do have Mantle. I actually do use it now and again. So it's
Yes.
I'm not shilling for Mantle. See, connection.
No.
You're welcome.
Well, that's fair. That is fair. It's
Morgan,
just, it's
do you
nice.
Correct.
It's nice
I
to get
actually
some,
do think. I think it's nice to be able to post something and not get totally blasted like all the mutants in my group would do. Morgan, do you have the topics? Do you happen to know the categories there will be winners for?
Yeah. So it's auction. I mean, you want to list them all. There's 15 categories. I think it's like some of the obvious things: auction house, breaking platform, collectible show, which is like the national. That type of thing.
Okay.
That was a little confusing at first when I read it. I was like, show, like TV show. No documentary category. Interestingly enough, I was like, wow, you guys missed it.
Not interesting. That was on purpose. Sure.
There's one category I don't really. I'll be honest, and I think this is interesting that folks probably don't know. Like Oscar voters don't watch all the movies. Like Emmy voters don't watch all the movies. Like they will vote. There's a reason why studios campaign for their films and for actors. They put a lot of money behind those campaigns just to make sure you're aware of that movie, because there will be categories that people have not seen any of those movies in those categories. And what are you going to pick? You're going to pick the last thing that was in front of your face and pushed your way. So, y'all might want to consider some ad dollars into.
Trust me, Jeremy and our team is all over this. You know what's funny? I'd like to know the last 5 best movie winners. I don't even know. I feel, man, the Oscars used to be such a crazy big thing when I was a kid. I know they still are. I feel like the
I
older
think it all
I've gotten-
changed when Drumline didn't win. I was a big Drumline fan.
Nick Cannon, sure.
That killed it.
Wow,
Joe, do you
now-
know what movie won last year? Film of the year or best movie of the year?
Maybe something with a little international flair. That
I don't
seems
even know
to,
if Morgan knows this. I'm looking at this face. He's typing away over there.
I am typing.
See?
I'm going to be honest.
This is
I'm gonna
different.
be
This was
honest,
never a thing when we were kids.
because I knew.
There's no
I know
chance
that
I've seen
I
it.
will say the years before that, without looking at what I just typed that question in.
Yep.
I am very familiar because it was Everything Everywhere All at Once, which was a really
Never saw it.
amazing movie, and Nomadland. I will say the Oscars have tilted to like awarding films that were not traditionally being awarded, like films that are smaller or
Okay.
like just have some creative burst.
I've never
but
seen
yeah,
either
what-
of those.
What did win last year?
Give me some
Like,
other
a lot of
past winners. Like,
indie
do we have like?
Yeah, it was past winners. Parasite. See, it was a foreign film. It was the first foreign film to win.
Never saw it.
Korean.
Green Book.
Oh, Green Book was with Aragon driving around the guy.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that was that's a great movie. Okay, I'm in.
The Shape of Water. Yeah, I mean, I do think. You didn't see The Shape of Water? Guillermo del Toro. That's a great movie.
Never.
It's fun. Spotlight. Birdman. 12 Years a
Spotlight.
Slave. Argo. I'm just reading down the list.
Oh,
now.
Argo. Oh, Ben Affleck. Was Spotlight the one
Argo.
with?
That was great.
Was Spotlight the Boston one? The Spotlight team from the Boston Globe.
Yeah. The small investigative. unit.
Yeah, Boston Globe. My boy Michael Keaton holding it down in there.
Keaton,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay. So I've seen a few of these. I'm in. All right.
But I only say that to say, similar to that, there are certain categories in this that I'm like, I have no idea. So one of the categories is custom card artists. And I'm like, I've never bought a custom card.
The guy I
before,
met at
and
the
I know
National.
that-
LJ.
He gets my vote.
LJ.
Got my vote. Done.
So there was like, I voted in that category because I think it required you to vote. It didn't allow you to pass on any of them. So I voted, but it was like literally like, which one am I most familiar with?
Yeah.
I look back at it and I was like, oh, there's actually one I am more familiar with, but I didn't vote. So like, I'm allowed to tell you who I voted for in these categories.
By the way, is there a live reveal of the winners of these? Is there like a show planned? Is there an Oscars type thing here? A Dundee's night, as it were?
So there's not a date, but there's like, they said second week in December-ish. It's going to be a live stream powered by Yahoo.
Oh yeah,
and
they're
it'll be
they're partnered up with Yahoo Sports, right? Mantle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be the big reveal there.
You know where Mike needs to send me. So
Yeah, Joe. will be
And
our
voting
recipient.
is still open. To be clear, voting is still open until November 21st.
We're gonna
So-
post it in the link. Rebecca, can we do that? Can we post a link to it in the body of the podcast? Like we have that little. We do like polls and stuff there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll do it there. So just vote for us. I don't care if you vote for anything else. You have to vote for us. Okay, sorry. What are the other? Yeah, what are the other categories here? What else have we got?
Yeah, hobby shop, best hobby shop, which I find that difficult because it's like
Did Grand Slam make that? Nate made that, right?
Yeah.
Grand
Yep.
Slam did make
Yep.
that. Yeah,
Best. By the way, not only is he the best shop owner in him and Shep, but Grand Slam shop is unbelievable. I don't know if he'll win because he's very anti like anything. He just does his own thing, which I love. But phenomenal. He got my vote.
Yeah, there's some Burbank Sports Cards is in that category. Of course, Cards HQ is in it.
Boo.
The Card
I like
Vault, which I
Ryan.
feel like the card vault's a bit of a cheat because there's multiple.
Card
to me,
vault.
that's
They
like
can't even not get broken into.
tricky.
Please, guy just stole $9,000 on a fake credit card. Get them out. I like Chris, but yeah, that's a new one. I don't like that. Okay, that's fine. I think Evan was playing favorites there. It's okay.
I do think the nominations came from the community. We didn't have
Really?
the option to nominate.
Because that was my other question. I never got asked to do. Like I was curious where they got it, but okay. So card shop I like though. That's cool.
Yeah, there was. So I looked at some numbers here. There was 600 to 700 nominations total,
Dang.
like from the community, like individuals, shops, platforms, whatever. And then there's actually on the actual voting, there's 90 finalists in 15 categories. Is the actual numbers.
Wow. Okay. It's a lot bigger
And
than I
there's
thought
been,
you were going
like-
to say. That's actually
There's been like voting. I don't know the exact numbers, but what I'm being told is something in the 5 figures. So there's a lot
Excellent.
of community votes.
good. Okay.
Pretty cool.
I like the card shop one. What else we got?
We got live stream sellers.
Oh, these were a bunch of losers. I saw this list. Nah. I'm not good at much. We're better than every one of them on there. That's fine.
I have only bought cards in live streams from you or Jesse.
Giddy up.
And then one other seller really early on before you all were around was on Whatnot, and I got a huge card. And you told me you were like, never join another break again.
After you got the huge card.
Yeah,
great
yeah.
advice.
I mean, I didn't sell it right away. I made a mistake, but it was still a big card. I paid less than $100 for the spot, and it was a 4-figure card. So it's
Beautiful.
So there's that. There is Best Marketplace.
Is it eBay? Like what else is eBay on there?
I mean, I voted for eBay.
Yeah, I don't even know what the other option is.
There's Fanatics Collect, but Fanatics, but there's also that's also an auction house.
Yeah.
And
and marketplace
also in
is
that category.
Yeah, like, hey, what's the comp on that card? You're going to you eBay. I don't
Correct.
know. Okay, we'll see. That should be.
Yeah. Alt, ComC, TCG Player is also in there. So it's just to me, it's like eBay is the obvious, regardless of what you're interested in. Best media platform, heard of it?
Who are we going up against in this one? I know they're all stiffs. I don't remember.
I voted for Sports Cards Nonsense. You're going against Collect.
Which, by the way, can we just point out what a farce that is? They are in business with Mantle and Yahoo Sports.
I did see that. So this is something else I want to point out. A lot of the jurists are also nominated. Ken Golden is a jurist. Jeff Wilson is amongst the jury.
Who selected the judges? Evan?
I'm guessing.
Evan emailed me to come on the show. If he listens, Evan, you want to come on the show because we have the biggest platform, but he asked Jeff to be a judge? That's disgusting. Ugh, I'm thinking about boycotting it. I might go live and burn the award if we win.
Just to be clear, they cannot vote in their own category. I did read that because I was curious about this. I was like, surely not.
You think Ken Golden's going to card shops? This is terrible. Oh God! If we don't win this, I'm going to be angry, and then I'm going to.
Mike, that Beckett Award. Remember, it was some of the winners were also large contributors for the actual event.
Oh,
in
really?
Vegas.
That's why it was funny that we won. People were mad that we won that because I got Influencer of the Year, and people were very upset about. I think it was everything was the name. I think it was me and Jesse for all of it, but I do actually want to win this
sponsors.
thing. Okay, I'm sorry. So media platform. So we got Collect, Boo,
Trove, Sports Card Investor, and Prospects Live. I've never heard of a couple of those. I'll be honest.
I don't know who Prospects Live is. Trove, I only know as the talking head on TikTok. SCI is a sham. Please. I actually, though, if I had to bet money, I would not be shocked if Jeff won this. He's got a huge following. He'll get on there and pander, and they'll get a bunch of votes. That's fine. That's perfect. That's my case right there. The guy's involved, and he's one of the judges, and he's involved with the company. Oh, this is perfect content. I can't lose now. I cannot lose.
I remember seeing him at the National, waiting in line to get in on the first day. And this year, and he came into that line. It was like the VIP line, whatever, the early entry line. And he came into the middle of that line, and his camera crew followed, and he turned on the Jeff Wilson voice and started doing a live taping in the middle of the crowd. And several people, and he was trying to get several people involved in that moment to say a thing or look at a card or something. And there were several people that gave him the cold shoulder in that moment. There was it was of course he found some people who were more than happy to ham it up with him and be involved, as you do. But it is interesting to me, again, that's the whole thing about this world. Everyone assumes everyone wants to be on camera. Everyone wants to be involved. And a lot of people just don't. I mean, we found that out when we were making the hobby, is that a lot of people have no interest and or just look at the camera as something in their way to getting to what they love. It's I just want to come here and collect some cards. And so
Joe was with us when we were walking with the camera crew the one day, and my dad was there. And at one point, Dad just turned to the guy. He's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm just doing the film. Just act like I'm not here." And I don't remember what he said. He was like, "Why don't you just get away from me?" And he was trying to be nice. He actually liked it. His name was Callan. He was a great kid. He's like, "Yeah, good for you. Get away from me." It was a fun conversation. Anyways, that's our category right there. Best. By the way, and I'm not saying this to be a scumbag. It's not close. Under the SCN brand is SI Collectibles. This is a whole thing with the biggest Facebook group, biggest podcast, biggest website. This is anybody with a brain. We're going to start blasting the newsletter. We're doing the paid advertising. It's literally an ego play. I refuse to lose to these people. If I lose to Jeff or Ravel, I'm going to, and I don't know who Trove is, so if I lose to that guy, I'm going to lose my mind.
And the second biggest podcast, too. We have the second biggest.
Well,
I don't know about that. It's doing good.
Say it,
It's on the podcast metrics. People do not care for Cut the Nonsense on podcast. They like it on YouTube, though.
People love Jay. They love Jay, your boy.
That's
My boy.
I have not been able to do the YouTube podcast. To me, it's all when I'm walking my dog, I'm listening to podcasts, whatever. That's when I do it. So
Yep.
I just can't do the YouTube thing. I know a lot of people.
I'm a very
if you
traditional.
pay for YouTube and you can download them and like listen and do it on like a plane or whatever. That's cool. I know people have done that, but I don't know who has the time to sit and watch a podcast.
I agree.
In that way,
I only do podcasts like
But-
at the gym or I'm walking around. Like that's just audio only. So, yeah, I do. I hope we. And I'm saying that all to be fun. I'm being facetious and sarcastic with this whole thing. I do think it would be cool if the hobby in general and with the people they've talked to, it's great. Like I joke about Jeff, but he's a huge name. Jeff should be on the panel. Ken Golden should be on. That's fine. I should have been on the panel. That is a terrible miss by Evan, but fine. But I do think it would be cool if the hobby actually adopted this and was like, hey, this is kind of like, we view this as a bit of an authoritative committee or whatever it is. Like, hey, there is some prestige around. I think it'd be cool. So yeah, I hope we win. We're gonna put a little push behind it. And if I don't, I'll burn to the ground. So okay. Media platform. What else we got? There's a couple others I liked on here.
Listen, before you burn it to the ground, call me. I'll get a camera crew out there because that could be the next.
When I cash out,
iteration.
crash out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next category: best non-sports card product.
What are the Joe might know this? What are the nominees there?
I think
so
Galaxy Chrome was on there.
So Topps Chrome V Friends, Pokemon Prismatic Evolution, Disney Topps Chrome,
Oh,
Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering, and Vibes Enter the Huddle.
I mean those first three are massive. Gary V's huge. Anything Pokemon, and then what was the third one?
Magic.
No.
Yeah, Final Fantasy.
Disney
Magic
Chrome.
the Gathering.
Disney. I
Yeah.
mean Disney Chrome was
Oh,
huge.
Disney Topps Chrome is the third one. Yeah.
That's a toss up.
Yeah, so I think I do have they haven't solicited my feedback, to be clear. But my feedback is that I think this and then the best sports card product should actually have more
Yeah, the product one
options.
stunk. The sports product one was terrible. The options there were very bad. This one I thought was very good. The sports one was terrible. Do you have the nominees?
Yeah, I think it should be more because I think
Correct.
like it should, and I guess they whittled it down based upon the community votes, and that makes sense. But I think
Could have been
this
10
is
here.
where the massive amount of people are actually voting,
Yep.
then I think it should be at least 10.
That one.
And like I said when we started the show, I think it would be interesting enough if it was such heavy competition that like a product was like proud enough to put this as like a little laurel on their box and say this was the best, voted the best product last year.
Absolutely.
By the entire collecting community. Like that's a big deal. And I'm just like, I don't collect any of these cards that are in this group, to be clear.
Well, Morgan, you know what's crazy is on that list, honestly, it should be a product that actually moves the entire hobby itself, because Prismatic Evolutions, when that was about to be released, distributors pulled back allocation and reassessed the cost for that product when they were putting it back out to people. That was that big, and the anticipation was so large for it. Being at a shop, we were anticipating X, and it came back like nearly a fourth of what we were expecting to get, just because they were waiting for that second wave because of the anticipation for the product. So to be on that list, it needs to be something that really does move that bar.
Disney Chrome was like
really,
that, by the way. I don't care about that, but the amount of the frenzy around that was nuts. And by the way, V-Friends. I don't like V-Friends, but we were at that booth. Like, Gary is a force on its own. Like, I could see any of those three winning.
Yeah, and this again is going to be the same sort of feedback I have about the sports card product. I think there should be categories there: best entertainment product, best TCG.
Yes, that's fair. Yeah, that's
in
a good
that
point.
world,
Yep,
for example. And then I think in sports card product, it should be one for each sport.
love it. I totally agree. Yeah, because I forgot this was not sport. Yeah, do you have the sports one? I remember this was the most disappointing list of all the nominees.
Yeah, so 2024 Topps 50/50 Shohei Ohtani product.
Nobody in the hobby cared about that. Like, I know people in the industry care. Nobody in the hobby world was like, I can't wait to rip this stuff. Like, that was terrible.
Yeah, it's interesting. Can I be honest with you?
Please.
I voted for that.
Yeah, but you said you didn't rip any of these, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So that's
But I feel like that was an
so
online
that's-
exclusive too. Like that product was an online exclusive product, I believe. Like, it wasn't just sitting in shelves in shops.
Yeah. No one. It didn't move the needle. Yeah.
For some reason, that came across my feed a lot, and even today continues to.
Very
That's part of the
heavily
reason I
marketed.
just voted for it.
Yep.
The other ones in that list were Topps Chrome Update.
Yeah, because of the debut,
2024.
like the debut patch, fine. But I could give you 10 other Topps products last year that were better than Topps Chrome updates. I thought that was a weird one. Okay, I think that's what I voted for. I think. Yep.
WNBA Rookie Royalty. Upper Deck Monumental, which I believe is a hockey product, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And then NFL National Treasures, and then Topps Mercury.
Yeah, which again, Topps Mercury, nobody liked. And NFL National Treasures was the first year you didn't have autos in it of the guys. Like, and only an elite few people in the hobby ripped that. It's just that was a weird, that to me, I wish if this goes forward, break it down by the 4 major sports, and then even just an other category. But I agree, and give more options. Because, like, I don't, that to me comes across as a very, like, like Ken and Jeff might know those products, but people in the hobby, I don't think really cared. That was the one I was like, oh, I think this was a miss.
Yeah, actually, so it looks like now Mercury, I'm looking at their website now because I'm realizing I got an email about this and then the website, and I've been checking as we go, to be clear, but Mercury is no longer on this final voting list, so I guess maybe they took it off for that reason.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
again, it's an $8,000 case
Jeff
with
bought a lot of
Wemby's.
it.
Who did?
Jeff.
Oh, yeah, Jeff bought 300 cases of it. He voted for that thing like 10
I
times.
remember seeing that, yeah.
Yeah, interesting. All right.
Best sold memorabilia, which is the Shohei Ohtani 50-50 ball, the Skeens MLB rookie patch, which to me that's a card. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Babe Ruth called shot jersey, which got my vote. I'm like, come on,
100%.
like
Yep.
it's literally like. I mean, I would love to have any of these items. I would love to have that Shohei ball, but I think he's going to have more important balls in his career.
Correct.
Whereas the Babe Ruth called shot jersey is like the most iconic. I mean,
Ever.
are you kidding?
Yep.
And then there's the MJ Kobe Exquisite Logo Man auto, and then the Kobe debut Lakers jersey.
The cards I threw out because I thought that's not a memorabilia item. But again, some big choices, and the Skeens thing was polarizing. Yeah, I went with Ruth there. That's one I remember specifically. Yep.
Here's a fun category. Executive of the Year.
Executive. I don't remember this one. Nat Turner on there.
So yeah, we got.
Rubes.
I'll just start at the top of the list. Ken Golden, Michael Mahan, Nat Turner, Chris Ivey, who's at Heritage,
Oh, okay.
Brian Dwyer.
I don't trust people with a
be
last
honest,
name you can't make some kind of a joke with. Like Gioseffi
he
could be
Rowley?
Gio. Dwyer? What are you doing with Dwyer? I'm out. Smith.
Brian
Smitty?
Dwyer is he's REA.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mahan got my vote. I love Mahan. He's the most outgoing of all those people
me
in the
too.
hobby. Like he's been great to
I
us.
voted for Mahan.
Yep. Although Nat,
also voted
I
for
like
Mahan.
Nat as well. But yeah, Mahan's my guy. Listen to the show.
Couple folks-
Text once in a while.
Couple other.
Not a big
Oh yeah, well see, yeah, he's tied in. I feel like he's like they're just so smart too. Like every time I hear interviews with those folks, I'm like, we're in good hands. Like criticize Fanatics all you want,
Yeah,
but
I agree.
like they are extremely smart and they're gonna like evolve this hobby so quickly. It's like the iPhone existing for the first time in a space or something like that.
And they own it when they screw
compared
up.
to like how Panini was.
Yeah, which even to my point that you just don't hear from when there's an issue. At least Topps faces the music. So yeah, I agree. Yep, I like that.
Guys,
one.
I'm a nobody, and he sat down with me at the National. Like
That's
for an
right, you and
interview,
Danny.
like, yeah, so
What
I
a
mean,
pleasure for him.
yes, Danny got me in, but
If that doesn't
100%.
show you the power of the SCN media platform that he's sitting down with this guy, like I don't know how you don't give us your vote then. I mean that's impressive. Anyways,
Yeah,
you.
I'm actually they invited me to pitch some projects to them.
oh nice,
okay, we
Something
get
I
it,
have in the
Morgan.
work. I don't know what that'll look like.
breaking news.
But yeah, and then the co-founder of Courtyard, Nicholas Lejeune.
I met him, I believe.
I have not met him. He looks like a young guy. Jason Mazara, which is the
Upper
president
Deck.
of Upper Deck.
I do like him. Jason's
Yeah.
at least outgoing and will make some statements about things. I like Jason. I don't agree with him all the time, but I actually like him. Yep. Okay. But Mahan got my vote.
And
Use
Yeah,
this
for
LinkedIn
sure.
for
And
those
then-
statements.
the last guy on that list is Bram Washer. He's a Sotheby's like modern collectibles,
Oh.
which I think is such a we've only dipped into that world so briefly that it seems a little premature.
Yeah.
But he clearly got enough votes. Maybe he's like the Oscar people they campaigned. I don't know. I don't know how they got into that. I do think there's something interesting that could happen there, like when Fanatics did that one live auction in conjunction with Sotheby's. I think that's interesting, but it's only happened once, so it's a little bit.
I agree.
And I didn't get it.
Not a hobby company.
No. Creator influencer of the year.
This was the one. Yeah. There's some stiffs on this thing. Oh, boy. Who do we have on?
Who are the stiffs? You tell me who the stiffs are.
Oh, give me the names. I forget now. I voted for Ryan. I remember Ryan card. You can like Ryan or hate him. Ryan is the most visible person in the hobby. I don't think it's that close. For non-industry people, Ruben's more visible. He's not. For guys in the hobby, I think Ryan is the most visible. I voted for him. I also don't think he influences stuff, though.
I voted for Kyle. King of Cards.
I like King of Cards, but again, he sets up at a show. And I'm not knocking him. I think he's excellent. I would actually like to have him come work for the network. But like, what is he influencing? He's great at what he does, makes good content, but that was kind of my pushback there. Who else was on this list?
So I will say I also voted for Kyle just because his content, for whatever reason, ends up on my feeds all the time.
It's good.
And he seems like so level-headed and genuine.
Agreed. No, I really like
he talks through the process in a way that I'm like, oh, I feel confident going to negotiate just based on his videos, you know?
Yep.
And so to me, like, that's influential.
This was a two-horse race to me. It was him and Ryan. Ryan I've known for years.
I agree. The rest of the people on this list, like father, like son.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't either. Mojo Sports, I'm very familiar with.
Yeah.
I've never interacted with him. I reached out to him when we were trying to make the hobby, and he didn't respond. So there's that.
Yeah. Scrub the name.
She Breaks.
I don't know who that is either.
Yeah, I've seen some of her content, just very little.
Like I thought, Mama Breaks could have been on here very easily.
Mm-hmm. Well, she was on streamers. The Breaker.
Yeah, but I thought she could have been creators. Like I think she does good. Yeah. Yeah, to me it was.
I voted for Mama Breaks in the streamers.
I'm sure I did too. I don't like most of the other people, or hadn't heard of them. So,
Talon Sports Cards, Mary Gamble, Gucci Rips, Don Diego. You already said Card Collector 2.
I don't know who Gucci or Don Diego are. I don't.
Don Diego's Pokemon. I know that.
Oh.
But yeah, and then somebody, Nature Loves You.
Nature. That's a name.
I don't know who that is. It's all one word.
Oh,
Nature,
I know
love.
him. That's the kid out in San Jose. But again, I don't know. He's not on the level of these other people. Yeah, and even Talon. I don't actually know what Talon does. Very connected, it seems. I'm not sure what he actually does. I know what Kyle does, and I know what Ryan do. Those are my two. Actually, there's nobody on that list I hate. I thought there's more people. Maybe it's the streamers that I hated. I'm okay with this list.
Yeah, we didn't really go through that list.
You can if you want.
All right, there's two more categories left.
Okay.
We got Grading Company of the Year.
This is stop. Yeah, we're good. PSA next.
Yeah, I voted for PSA. I will tell you, as you've talked about in your show, if this was a few months earlier,
SGC.
It would have been SGC for me without question. It honestly breaks my heart. This whole evolution of SGC, like I feel like I have mourned that transition for them.
Yep.
It's like
I agree.
I still think their slabs look the coolest.
And I think it was good to have a number
look.
2. I thought it was good to have competition here. I really, really did. I hate that move. I love working with PSA now, and they've always been the best valued slab. But I did think that was a negative for the hobby to take a huge player off the board. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And so there's CGC tag and C3 grading also in that category, which to me, again, it's not really a question.
Yeah.
I submitted this as a mailbag, and it was a day y'all didn't take any mailbag questions.
I
so
apologize.
I'm going to bring this up now. This is the PSA situation with the all the people getting mad about the upcharges. I get it. It is what it is. They can make the rules how they want. I don't necessarily criticize that, although I think it's like somewhat it is like ambiguous, to some degree. But here's what I do think, and I'm just curious because you all have a relationship with them. If you've ever heard conversations around. I feel like once cards reach a certain tier of grading, that they should either have better holders, like a higher quality holder. I don't know what that looks like, but we all know, even though their holders are fine, like unless you can crack them, I guess, whatever. But like, why isn't there some kind of like nicer holder? Or there's all these aftermarket market products now, like slab mags or great. I forget the names, the product name. Is it like the metal thing with the little glass that you
Bumpers.
can set the holder in? And or there's this other one, the really thick ones that are forgetting the name of those at this very moment. But yeah, have you seen the like extremely? Oh, and that's like a full frame.
My buddy John makes these things. Displayable, good for every size. Inverted, whatever you want. Can't see with the glare. About an inch thick. I have 3 or 4 of these on the shelf. They're expensive. They're $30 or $40. But if it's a $50,000 slab, who cares? Or whatever, you know.
Yeah, so I guess I'm like, to me, like once things get to a certain level of grading, I just feel like, especially if you're paying, so much money to have that card graded, it's considered the same amount of time and apparently like detail to like grading every single card. But like, I just feel like at a certain level, if you're paying, once you get into hundreds to thousands of dollars to grade something, should it not come in some like premium encasing or something at the very least? I know that, like, I don't know. That's to me just like a thought of like, or at the very least, like PSA should do a deal with one of these companies that offers that as an add-on, if nothing else. I just feel
I
like
love the
once you're
idea.
paying that much money.
Yeah, I will say, like, the one thing I'd push back with, I can't be in anything permanent like that because then I can't carry it in anything. Like, it won't fit in my holders and my Zion cases. But, like, you could even just
For
beef up
sure.
the case. Like, SGC, when you sent it, if you had, with SGC, if it was a patch card, it came with that whole extra bump out. Those things looked awesome. Like, the thick holders for SGC were pretty cool. You could do a premium case and just bump up what you already have, but it could still fit. I don't disagree. That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that I have are like, I forget the names of them, but it's like this.
Oh, yeah, it's almost the exact same thing I just had. Yeah, same size, same dimension.
Yeah.
Yep.
So to me, that's anyways, that's just a thought in that general world. Once things cost that much money, I just feel like
I want a little something, for, a
these
little
little
bang for my
plastic
buck.
cases at some point just feel a little flimsy to me.
Okay.
But yeah, again, PSA is the clear leader in that category. And then final category is innovation of the year.
I don't remember this one at all.
The nominees were Ludex, Collects, Collx.
Oh,
This is
well,
the thing in this world. We got too many collects and people spelling it in different ways, so we got
and
to
none of
chill.
them
Somebody's
correctly,
got to,
by the way.
yeah.
COLLECTS, just so we're all clear. I don't,
Collector's card, which I'd never heard of before, to be honest. It's like a literal credit card that gives you like points if you're buying in collector spaces,
oh,
which I'm like, that's interesting. But I had to click the link to discover what it was. Haystack, and then
Haystack. That's who
Joe's
I
making
voted for.
Check
Joe.
AI.
oh, I don't trust robots. I went Ludex. Again, I'm not a huge guy with like categorizing my thing, but yeah, like I've used Ludex for my uploading on eBay stuff now because I've been selling so much over there. It's pretty cool. Like, and I'm only using the smallest amount of it. But sitting down with Brian and his team at the National, I was like, I don't understand it, and I can still use it, so that gets my approval. Because I know I'm stupid. I want to still be able to use the very bare minimum and use this. I don't want to have to like take programming classes, and that one was pretty easy. So, yeah, I'm a fan.
I agree. I also voted for Ludex. Also, like brilliant use of promotion this year. I don't know how much that cost them or what the agreement was, but their dominance and presence. I mean, they are a Chicago-based company, so it's helpful.
Yep.
But that interactive map that they made for the National, to me, is like, well, I'm like completely familiar with them at this point because their name was everywhere. I'm using their map.
They
I'm
own the
using
VIP
their app.
space. That was
I mean, yeah, that was
Yep.
whatever that cost them. It was worth it because I will never forget their name and how helpful that was as a tool to like put notes like, oh, I went to this booth.
Yep.
They had this card. I need to come back if it's still here, like whatever. Because otherwise,
That's the innovation of the year,
it's-
by the way. The interactive map for the National
For
was
sure.
yes. I saw a Bobby Orr card on Friday that I actually went back for on Sunday and it was gone, but I knew where it was. Innovation of the year. Like that had my vote hands down.
Agreed.
Which to me is another feedback. Again, they're not soliciting it, but that would be my feedback. Is that this category could be like tech platform of the year or something like that.
That's fair.
At best app or something, and then like innovation to me should be, like you said, the digital map at the National
Yeah,
was like
an actual
incredible,
feature
or something
of
like
it.
that.
I agree.
Yeah,
Okay. I like that. Well, there you go. Voting doesn't end until the 21st.
21st.
Yeah. So we're going to post a link up here. We'll post on our socials. Rebecca, if we can just blast that everywhere, newsletter, the whole thing, and like really make a push, We can get dramatic. Like if it doesn't work, I'm gonna shut down the podcast and play in the highway until something happens. So it has to be consequences. You can't just give people options. You have to have a consequence, and I'm okay with it. So Morgan,
I voted for you. Spare me, please. If you, that's all I ask.
I haven't seen the ballot, so I'd like to think that's the case. Although in that category, if you voted for somebody else, I don't even. God. Oh, have mercy on your soul. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate you jumping. What I want to have you
Always a
back.
pleasure.
Like, if you have more details too, if you want, just like text us, we'll at least update the audience. Like, hey, you know, I don't even know. Like, if you announce the date of the actual award ceremony, or if that's already been announced and you said it, I think you did. There's gonna be a live thing. They don't have a date.
Yeah, they haven't announced the
Okay.
exact dates, and again, I don't work for
Oh,
Mantle
that's
or
right.
the awards.
Yeah,
I'm just the judge, so I may not get that information. I'm
Evan's
happy to
listening.
pass it on if I learn it,
Okay.
but I'm assuming Evan and his team are listening,
Can we have a watch
and
party like they do for the Oscars? We have a watch party, and then I lose, and I just start smashing stuff in the room.
I think
I'd
that's
love it.
actually a great. You should definitely have a watch party
This is it.
live stream on your channel for
Done.
sure. And you definitely have to
Lanch
like bring
party.
bring in like a TV that you want to upgrade. Maybe keep that one in the room in case you need to smash it or whatever. But
I'm good with
yeah,
that.
I think I hope that you all win, and I hope this like is a thing that just builds and continues to become something that's actually prestigious and is meaningful. Because I think it is personally, and
I agree. I think it'd be cool. Well, hey, appreciate the time. Thanks for breaking everything down for us. And yeah, we'll be in touch with you down the road, I'm sure.
sounds good. Evan, if you're listening, you still owe me a Mantle hat, which you did not give me at the National. So
Receipt.
I also didn't get any SCN merch at the National, which Jesse was supposed to give me, I think, or maybe I asked too late. I don't know, but just saying, they may still let me change my vote. So
Wow, Jesse, what a bad person. Okay. All right, well, I'll get you some. We just started working
yeah,
with a new merch person, apparently. That's one thing I could not care less about. I love wearing it, but I hate the whole operation of like picking designs and ship to order. I just make the freaking thing and let us ship it. I don't want to. Yeah, we'll get you the new stuff though. It's my
I
exciting way of
appreciate y'all
saying.
for having me on.
1,000%, man. Anytime. Good to see you, bud.
Yeah, Joe, good to be on with you for the first time, and y'all have a good day.
All right, a couple other quick things I want to plug. Huge eBay show this Sunday night. I've got a ton of like really nice stuff for the eBay live show. It's happening at 7:01 Central Time. Almost everything starts at $1. We even have some really cool wax. We have the brand new update as well, and we have a bunch of nice slabs. You got some Kobe, some Justin Herbert, some nice Ellie, some nice Randy Moss. It's like a pretty diverse little thing. So Sunday night eBay live sports cards nonsense. We're gonna have a big sale there. Um, when Jesse's back, we're gonna do it next week. We're gonna do the Arena Club rip. Me and him are gonna do the pack battle of who wins, and there has to be consequences there as well. But we'll do that next week. And then just to get on your calendar, we're doing our first live 2-day event in DC with DC in Richmond, Virginia. DC Sports 87, our consigner. We're going to do a Friday and Saturday night show. The goal is 500,000 in sales. There's going to be some massive, massive cards there too. We'll start promoting all that stuff here very soon, but just something to mark. I had two good things I wanted to talk about, but we are way over time. So
Mike, if somebody wants their
what?
cards to be consigned
What?
and be on that show, are they able to do that?
No, that show is already locked in. But in the
Oh,
future,
wow.
yes, DC opens it up to their customers. Yeah,
Okay.
this one's a big one. Like we have a list. There's a big Mahomes. There's a big Luca. There's some, yeah, like massive, massive 4 or 5 figure cards. So, but in the future, yes, there will be like, hey, if you're working with DC, tell them we'll put your stuff on a live stream. Um, yeah,
Hey,
the
I
two
also
things I
want to
want
let
to
you
talk
know
about, we'll do
I got
after.
some feedback, Mike, that you've been getting like the last I know I know why, but you're getting soft. You've been pretty soft. Even the show last night, I got some
Oh,
feedback
well,
this morning. Mike was kind of a pushover, like was pretty soft last night.
about what?
I said, just in general, like your takes were kind of like you weren't as convicted. So I want to make sure that you're staying on your toes. I know you and Jesse have both been getting back in shape and losing weight, and so I don't know if that you kind of lost your anger with that. I mean, you look incredibly handsome and super toned, but
That's
maybe chubby
thank you.
Mike was a little bit more angry. So
You noticed the little gullet is gone here. So that's what got me motivated. Had the
yeah,
old gullet flap in the wind on some of these live streams. No longer.
yeah. Well,
I'm
you
getting
lost
there.
it, and I
I'm down
found
about
it,
9.
so I found it for you.
Some would argue you never lost it. So, but I wouldn't say that now because I'm
He's
nice and
back,
not
baby.
mean.
He's back.
He's back. I will roast you. Good grief. That's not true. I would never. I will just tease this then for Monday's show. I don't know if we have a guest or not. I did a breakdown on Kobe, on Griffey, and on Brady. I thought the charts were pretty wild. I'll see if there's any updates to those there. And then somebody asked us in the mailbag, which we didn't get to, SGC now and SGC long term. Like, what is the play there? Is there one? I do want to talk about those two things, but we'll do it another time. Apologize for not getting to the mailbag. We'll carry that over to Monday. Jesse will be back by then. I think we're done. Thanks, everybody, for hanging. Oh, we're going to be doing a big grading giveaway, too, with PSA. We finally got our credits to kick in, so we'll do that in the group, I think. We're just going to run like a giveaway for some free grades with PSA. We'll get that moving here shortly. I have nothing else. Joe, thanks for filling in. Not last minute. I tried to get you on with Jesse. That was the plan. He bailed. So, that's not true. I don't know why I said that. It's not a joking matter. And we'll be back on Monday. Goodbye.